good. Hey, welcome to the weekly wrap-up. Now, we are live in Getting Started in Crypto. We are live on X, on Instagram, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. Hi, wherever you are in the world.
Hello, everyone, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon to wherever you're watching from. And if you're watching this on the replay as well, hello to you as well, and Happy New Year.
Yes, happiest of New Year's. And it's been, obviously there's probably people going back to work. Is today Blue Monday? Or is that next Monday?
No, I believe that, well, it's the third Monday, I believe. So that's going to be, well, if you're counting January, not until the 20th, but it feels a bit like Blue Monday, I'll give you that.
No, that's only because you just got out of bed.
Possibly that could have something to do with it. But
yeah, maybe you need another coffee.
I haven't even had one yet.
Well, that's the problem. Maybe you should have had a coffee.
Perhaps it doesn't help with my trading that it can make my clicking a bit jittery. So there we go. But yes, Happy New Year. No, not for a long time. Happy New Year, everyone, and I hope you had a wonderful break over the holidays. If you did, it is good to be back in the chair, though. And what's been going on, Lise? Anything exciting?
It's been a really quiet week. Obviously, everyone, consolidating, and obviously everyone's still holidaying, getting over Christmas, getting over New Year's. We're going into the Chinese New Year, and that's normally when we get a pump. This year's the year of the snake. So maybe we've got some snake movements. Who knows? Slithering. It's being very slow. But yeah, let's jump into Bitcoin because we're just consolidating and being very boring at the moment. So I think we were about here last week. We're still here. The end. So we've just breached the first pivot. Our next pivot is 101,400. And if that breaches, then we're going to 105. I don't think we're passing 105. Sorry, guys. Don't think that's happening. So basically what I think we're seeing here is a triangle. Could go sideways for a little bit. Be very boring. Doesn't always get the D and the E. Sometimes just gets the C. So we've got A, we're in B. So we should come down at some point to do the internals. So if we zoom, unless this was we've got a complete ABC here. So if that was a complete correction, we're taking off. If not, ABC. So that is a complete correction. But where we are in this pattern, it shouldn't be. Depends how bullish it is. Depends how, much it wants to take off. More than likely, we'll do the B and the C. All of the alts look like they've got another wave down. So, I've been posting that in GSIC, in the Getting Started in Crypto, in the chat. People have been asking what's going on. Small wave up for a wave 4 on a lot of alts, and then coming back down to complete that wave 5, then taking off. So for Bitcoin, that basically looks like A, B, C. We should get to this next pivot for that A, come back down, may just get a really shallow B. So a sideways B may hold that 50 MA. This is the daily, and then up for the C, which is completion of the B. Like I said, I don't think it's crossing that 105, sort of 500-ish region. I think we're going back down for one more wave. Yeah, so see, that should bring us up to Chinese New Year. It should bring us up to Donald Trump getting inaugurated. And how do you say that word? Inaugurated.
Keep going. I'm going to put you big screen for this.
No.
Inaugurated. It's too early for me as well.
That word. Yeah, so that's
Trump getting into office. Just say that.
It's probably an easier way to say it, isn't it? It's like, what's the other one? Phenomenon.
It's always been a tricky one.
Yeah. So words Lisa can't say. Yeah, so that's it for BTC. If we break out and our wave above 108, obviously we've got a new all-time high, and that's bullish because this is a complete correction. Normally in a fourth wave, we go into an extended correction. That can be several different things, more than likely a triangle. So yeah, that's it for Bitcoin. It's looking really good. Would be awesome if it holds above that yellow support that you see on the chart. That goes back right from, previous 20,000 all-time high and throughout. So that's our strong support, and we want to stay above that.
Okay, cool. Well, I'd imagine if Bitcoin is consolidating, the rest of the market's been pretty dull, but that's only a guess.
It is. It's very slow. Obviously, there's not a lot of liquidity. USA traders would have taken some profits before the end of the year. They've got tax season and all of that sort of stuff happening. So that would have happened. That takes liquidity out of the market. They'll be holidaying now. Once they finish holidays, they'll put the liquidity back into the market, and then we'll get going again. But we're not there yet. So everyone's not back from holidays. We've probably got a week or two of slow movement. So hence why I think Bitcoin might have that BNC wave. If we jump to the Bitcoin dominance, we can see that we've come down on this support. We're held it. We'll probably come back and retest that support at around 55.5. And then it more than likely will continue up from this point. And that's where we'll see Bitcoin starting to climb. So that is in line with that ABC and the market starting to move when people start coming back to work. So yeah, it's a little bit boring for another week. There's going to be small profits. We're getting sort of 10 to 30% in getting started in crypto. So we've still got profits coming in. It's not the 100%, 160% that we're getting like November, start of December. But there's always money to be made in the market, and we're putting up really safe trades at the moment. So other than that, we're sitting on our hands. There hasn't been trades every day, almost every day. Sometimes there's 2 trades on the day, but they're all starting to get up to targets and looking good.
Cool. In that case, where else did you want to look?
Let's have a quick look at Ethereum.
Okay.
Because we've got this previous resistance, which is now support. So we can see that we pierced through it, but we're coming up for this B wave. So I'd say this is our B wave coming in the middle, and we may pierce that again. So depending on what that looks like. So that's more than likely our A, our B, and our C. Could hold on that support because there's not a lot of liquidity at the moment and a lot of trading. So it's just basically bots and diehards like us that are here trading. So yeah, slow market while, you know, everyone's off enjoying their holidays. And I suggest everyone does the same, because it's going to be, you know, another week or so. We're going to have one more pullback and then off we go. I think we had AVAX, Josh.
We did have a request for AVAX, yep.
Yeah, so
a couple more
AVAX
as well coming.
Looks to be almost complete. Might be an ABC as well. So rather than, I think, you know, a lot of these waves, unless we go into an extended correction, we're just going to get an ABC and then we'll take off. A lot of these have, like Bitcoin did, a complete ABC already. So depending on how excited and how bullish everyone coming back from the USA and from holidays and from wherever you are in the world goes, okay, I'm all going to buy Bitcoin because Donald Trump's getting into office. There we go. Not saying that word.
Okay. We've had a couple more requests come in. I don't know if you want to do them on the fly.
Yeah, let's jump into some.
IOTX.
IOTX. Loading. Okay, obviously this was a signal a while back. Let's take all of this stuff off. Gone. All right. Now I'm going to start with a daily chart on this, just so you can get a little bit of like into my mind. It's a bit scary in there sometimes, but you know, let's get in there. So this is obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. Came back, had a full correction, looking lovely. So we're going to just see if that is an absolutely like complete correction, because we want to see that it's landed on a fib. It has. I'm just going to get some glasses on because these are tiny. We've got a perfect pullback onto that 0.95 fib, and that's looking really, really good. So now we go into the next wave, and then we sort of assess where we are with this next wave, and we can see that we've got 5 waves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, complete wave. So this could be wave 1, or it could be an A. So basically, if it's an A, it's now in a B. It looks to be going into a C. So that would look something like this. So being as this is our A, B, and coming up for a C, it's going to go to about 16 if it's a C wave. That is also the Elliott wave pivot at that point. So if this is not a C wave and it's an impulse, and this was a wave 1 and this is a wave 2, different pattern, different wave projection. So let's have a look. And basically that would break that pivot. So we've got 1 here. Now the wave 3 will normally come up, if it's mediocre, it'll go to the 0.5. If it's an average wave, it'll go to the 618. If it's super bullish, it'll go to the 786 to the 0.9. So we're going to just mark those up. So that could be the top of our wave 3. Then we're going to pull back, and then we're going to continue. So, and we will more than likely go to the 618. So if we get some pattern memory on this chart and we have a look where it previously went, so we go right back down here, it completed the fibs. So we've got a fib completion in this region. So that means this next wave could be epic. So we could have, depending on how the market moves over the next probably 3 to 6 months, if we're hitting the 618 on that wave 3, we get an extended wave 3. Then, projection here is 1.47 because we work on pattern memory for a lot of these alts because that's what we've got to go on. It works really well with traditional stocks, and very, very often it works really well with crypto because the same people get in there and they trade it. So they develop a pattern memory. Like Bitcoin's got a pattern memory, usually pulls back on or goes like wave highs to the 786. So and it repeats. So this is essentially what we're looking at. So about 1.46, depending on where that wave 3 sort of lands. And then but it's looking pretty bullish. So just keep in mind that if it's an ABC, it's turning back at 16. So you want to, just keep a stop loss in that region once it gets to that area. But, once alts start to run, they're looking really good. They're looking really strong.
Okay, next up was Tao, T-A-O. Tao.
T-A-O. That's the Telegram one, isn't it?
I believe so.
Okay. Oh, sorry, you got a pattern on there. Lovely. Love it when I don't have to do anything. Okay, we've got a cup, we've got a handle where we've like just completing that bit. And then, so this pattern here, if we take the cup and handle and we get that. So it's just going to go to about this particular pattern goes to 1274. And I've got a wave target for this next one of 1485. So yeah, it's love it when I don't have to do anything.
Okay. There was a couple from other socials. If you had time to do
let's do a couple more.
Okay, the one on X, I will let you guess what ticker they're requesting by their username, which is 321 boom.
What?
321 boom. Who says boom a lot?
360.
Right, and what's his favorite coin?
Tell.
Right, so we've got a request for Tell.
Oh my goodness.
Long term.
Oh dear. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's looking good actually. So we've got a wave high to the 1786. So that's really nice. This is obviously a chart that I've done for somebody in the group. We look to be in this third wave. Now we've got completed waves here. Third wave now looks massive, like absolutely massive. So, and I know how much you guys love Tell, and I know how much you love it when it's running because it does go like absolutely crazy. So if we're looking at this next wave, we have 0.05. Now I'm going to zoom out on this just to have a look where we are. That doesn't break the previous all-time high, but that's just the next wave up. It's not the complete wave pattern. So it potentially, I think we're looking at sort of a March, April pullback. I've kind of worked out the Bitcoin chart to when we get those lunar eclipses. And we've got one around that period, and then we've got another one in September. So similar to what we've had previous years. So, and Bitcoin seems to like die on the blood moons. So, and I think they're both blood moons. So it has got a little bit of time to run. So provided it runs to this 1.618, that one is 0.05. It'll pull back around that period, and then it will continue. So likely the next fib up is 0.85. So it likely could get to there. If it wants to do a completion of the fibs, it's 0.13. So there's a lot of like movement still for alts to go. So like we're like just the tip of the iceberg where we are at the moment. So we haven't even got into the real core of this bull run. So yeah, it's looking pretty strong. It's got nice volume where it counts.
Okay, cool. And last one, CRB. That's a request from YouTube, CRB.
So is that actually 360 that requested that?
Well, no, unless it's 360 hiding behind a different username.
Oh, okay. I was like, he should be in bed. He's in Texas, isn't he, or something?
Just back on Tailcoin before you go there. The user on X said, "Did you know Tailcoin will be the first regulated bank in the US?" Right? Question mark.
I
can't say I know enough about Tailcoin to.
Why would it be a bank though?
Yeah.
I'd do some more research on that. That doesn't sound very right. It could be. It could be. It's like I haven't been following the updates on Tailcoin, but it could be. Stranger things have happened. CRV. I have some fibs. So in a wave 5 at the moment, possibly heading to about 1.45, could go up to 2.2. But it's either in the internals of an ABC, judging that we've got like quite high on the stock RSI, we could pull back in this region and just complete. So A, B, and then coming up for the C. So basically that would look like A, B, C. So, and then completing that next wave could go up to this region. So from here to here. So yeah, it is all going to depend on what Bitcoin does, whether it's a wave complete. ABC is a complete correction, but due to the fact it's in a fourth wave, it's more than likely got another. It's a more of a complex correction, which will be an ABC, ABC, ABC.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we're going off in the chat about Tailcoin now, since we don't know it's a regulated bank. But it would be interesting if they could provide some links, maybe, so we could learn about that. That would be helpful, because obviously, yeah, when you're trading these coins, you're looking at patterns and not so much.
Yeah, I don't
keeping up with the news of 10,000 cryptos at once.
Oh, I think there's like 2,000 or something now, isn't there? It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But like if you were keeping up with every single coin, I think you'd go mad. But like if I'm looking at for a long-term portfolio, then I would look at the fundamentals. But the majority of the time I'm trading and I'm looking at a pattern and I don't care what the fundamentals are. Literally don't. So as long as the pattern is moving to a pattern, then I'll trade it. Then we'll put it in GSIC and it's a signal.
There we go. Okay, cool. All right then. Well, one more quick question. What's your opinion on how alts are lagging this cycle versus Bitcoin?
I don't think they are. Like I see that on X all the time, and we've had really strong percentages in alts. So I don't know where you guys have been, but alts have been running. Like we got the bottom in November of 23 with the FTX stuff, and alts have been going off. Like a lot of these, if we have a look, like at the CRV chart that I've already got here, and we go back, a lot of alts kind of got a bottom later than what Bitcoin did. And, you know, they came back and they got a bottom sort of March to June 24, and then they took off. So if we look at this one and we look at that bottom, that's like 600% almost. It's like, is anyone complaining about 600%? And you're telling me that's not alt season or the start of alt season? Okay.
I guess it's
obviously wasn't getting started in crypto.
Well, certainly that possibly, and it's a perspective thing as well. Definitely, if those who have joined the market in the last couple of months or are waiting for stuff to happen still, whereas those of us who have been here for the last couple of years have been able to have our first wave of the bull market to ourselves.
We have, and so for like this is the second wave of the bull market coming down for alts at the moment, and you know that's literally where it explodes. So we're not far from, like, the wave 3 is like the longest, the fastest, and you know the most explosive wave. Most patterns are going into that fairly soon once this correction's over. And then we're going to start seeing that real money flow come in. So we're almost there, just a little bit more patience. But yeah, for those saying that alt season isn't there, it's like you need to be in the bear market. You need to be building in the bear market, building portfolios, building positions, and you would be really well positioned now to be, you know, in strong profits.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for your time. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a great week ahead. Getting back into crypto mode. And was there anything else from your side, Lise?
No, I think you need to get a coffee, Josh. Sounding a bit flat there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to go and get a coffee and wake up. And everyone enjoy your day and week. And we will catch you soon.